Hello everybody and welcome back to our coverage here of the first game week of this season's Slater and Gordon Premiership. This is a massive game here on Court A. It's Greenbank versus Leeds. Leeds a side who had a summer of change, bringing in Dylan Kelsall and Ethan Fisher, two fully fledged England senior internationals to help their cause. Greenbank, who have got a similar squad to last season but have come back this year with a renewed impetus, a new play style, and looking really competitive. They've already played this morning. Both sides have already played. Both sides have tricky games. Leeds were 1-0 down at half-time to Middlesbrough. They ended up being victorious 2-1. Greenbank a 0-0 draw with West Bromwich Albion, Marcus Harrison's former club. I'm joined for this one by Ben Rogers. Ben, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good.
Looking forward to this game. This is a big one, isn't it, Ben? This will be a real benchmark of where these two teams are at.
They're both good passing teams. They've both got good power on the ball. It's just who will get on top.
So there's Ethan Fisher. I'll go through the lineups quickly. Wearing the goalkeeper shirt for Leeds is Lewis Harris, Ethan Fisher, who's currently about to take this kick in, with Dan Rigby on one wing and Dylan Kelsall on the other, the captain. And for Greenbank, Jacob Buck-Platt, who's just come to retrieve this ball deep, wears the goalkeeper shirt. Torbjørn Krarup, the Danish international, is number 21, about to take this kick in. Marcus Harrison, the captain, and Liam Fitzpatrick is the option used. He started this morning against West Brom, but was substituted at half-time for Luke Kelly, who's on the substitutes bench. Greenbank also have Cody Taylor available. Leeds' options are Summer Rice, who was signed in the summer from Villa Rockets, and Jack Maxwell, last season's top goal scorer, who was so integral for Leeds last season, but he has to sit and spectate the opening exchanges of this game as Jacob Buck-Platt is ready to take a kick in for Greenbank out on the right-hand side. Swaps with Krarup. Krarup cleared by Ethan Fisher, who will go up and engage it higher up the court. So much power from Ethan Fisher, always such a strong player. Fisher strikes off the back of Jacob Buck-Platt's chair. It's going to be a corner for Leeds.
Looks like it's Ben Fisher to take. Ethan Fisher, sorry.
Fires at the front bumper of Dylan Kelsall, blocked on the line by Buck-Platt. Harrison. Fisher. Ricochets between him and Marcus Harrison, who were England teammates at the EPFA Champions Cup in Lignano Sabbiadoro in September. Defeated in the final by France. Marcus Harrison played a key role in that final. Ethan Fisher, a bit early for him to be involved. Didn't get the most minutes at the tournament, but was taken as an understudy to Chris Gordon and will have learnt a lot from the experience. A player with a massive future with club and country ahead. Here's Marcus Harrison out on the left-hand side. It just looks at times like he's got that ball on an absolute string. It's attached to his chair. Harrison swings and straight off the chair of Fisher, and again Harris this time. Strong in there with the block.
He wins a kick in. I think Marcus Harrison to take.
Back in towards Buck-Platt. Tries the ball back in towards his young protege, Jacob Buckplatt, who's now not in the best position. He's driving back towards his own goal, but recovers well. Ben, Greenbank obviously this season, they're a bit of an unknown quantity. Where do you see them this season? Do you think they're part of this main sort of title race that's already forming, or do you think this is another season of transition for them as they look to stabilise in the Premiership? Where do you think they sit in this pack?
I think they can definitely show that they can get higher up in the league. I think it depends. It's only Gameweek 1, but I think maybe if they manage to get a good amount of points each week, they'll probably be there.
Yeah, they definitely look competitive. They look good, like they're going to be very difficult to break down. Leeds have got that mission ahead, obviously. Went 1-0 down this morning to Middlesbrough. A bit of a freak goal. It was an unfortunate ricochet in their own half. The ball ended up coming towards them and just nestling in their goal. But they fought back well. As here's Dylan Kelsall, Lewis Harris, Jacob Buckplatt. Kelsall, Harrison. Here's Ethan Fisher. Fisher into Fitzpatrick, blocked again by Lewis Harris.
Marcus Harris is just weaving around them all.
Yeah, he does it so well, Marcus Harrison. Marcus Harrison.
It looked like he might be trying to win a corner, maybe.
It's like a game of chess up there between Fisher and Harrison, and he gets the corner. So corner to be taken by Crarup into the bumper of Buckplatt, not quite the direction he would have been looking for. Here's Lewis Harris to take this goal kick for Leeds. He's got Fisher ahead of him. Finds Ethan Fisher, who's passed back towards Kelsall.
Tries to just guide that across there. Not quite the right angle.
Marcus Harrison. Oh, the ball gets let through. Well done by Harris and Fisher, and Ethan Fisher now coming away with the ball on his bumper. Got Dylan Kelsall as a wide option, can't quite flick it. And then Marcus Harrison comes away with the ball. And there's a chance maybe for Liam Fitzpatrick. His pass is cut out by Dylan Kelsall. Crarup. We're going to try and win something here off the bumper of Harris. Platt. Crarup tries to thread it between the chairs of Harris and Fisher, but there was no gap there. Picked off then again by Crarup. It's going to be a kick into Leeds.
No team has really had any definite chances yet. Both seem to be quite well matched at the moment.
Yeah, if anything, you'd say Greenbank have had more territory in terms of having the ball high up in the Leeds half, but Leeds are just so good at passing that you think at any moment they could spring a counter-attack and score. Harrison and Harris. Marcus Harrison. Flicks back. Good touch. Fantastic, actually deft little pass from Quarup. Kick in for Leeds. Kelsall. Take this kick in. Blocked by Quarup. So Leeds really just not able to generate the pace on the ball that they would want right now.
Yeah, they can't really play how they want to play. Hit the ball with passes across the pitch.
Goal kick. This gives Leeds a chance to try and pin Greenbank back. But Platt. Here's Marcus Harrison. Gets around Dylan Kelsall. Tries to push through Ethan Fisher.
Maybe Leeds can try and create something here. Maybe a shot on goal.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and just open up this very solid Greenbank defence so far. Dan Rigby tries to find that gap to fire towards Dylan Kelsall at the back post as Marcus Harrison ends up in the wall after a challenge with Ethan Fisher. Can't imagine that's the last time that will happen in this game. So not going to give each other an inch. Seems to be enjoying it though, Marcus Harrison. He loves battles like this. So the story so far, a frustrating one for Leeds, who have been the side trying to get the ball moving. Marcus Harrison's been happy to lock it up in the dribble and try and find the corner and then flick it back from there. Ball now wedged between Lewis Harris and Ethan Fisher. Harris and Harrison again, just out on the right-hand side of that penalty area. Tries to flick it across, but Platt cuts out the counter-attack. Dan Rigby now up against Jacob Platt. Rigby comes away with the ball out on the right-hand side and flashes it towards goal. That's the first real chance he's had to try and move the ball. Rigby. Fisher cut out by Harrison. It's the most powerful phase of play in terms of moving the ball that Leeds have had, and even that was only 4 passes really. Shows how well Greenbank have done to stifle their creativity.
They're just trying to stop them from getting those passes across.
Ball long gone on this near side. 6 minutes remaining of a half that has not been the best in terms of football, but also has been difficult to take your eyes off of. The battle is so keenly contested. Ethan Fisher goes for a big spin. Potential mistake, but Quarup doesn't attempt one of his own. Doesn't want to give Leeds the chance to generate that power. Dylan Kelsall driving away from Torbjorn Quarup, straight into the chair of Marcus Harrison, who spinning. The Leeds kick in. This is a chance Again, any chance they get to have a dead ball high up gives them an opportunity to generate a bit of power, which is what they want to do. That's how they're going to pull Greenbank apart. It's Kelsall, Fisher, Ethan Fisher back into Dylan Kelsall, who strikes, blocked by Quarrock. Fisher again, blocked by Harrison. Another Leeds kicking in a very similar position. Greenbank just trying to contain them in this corner. Kelsall, Fisher towards Rigby at the back post. That was the most presentable opportunity so far.
Really trying to get that ball moving. They don't really want to be in those dribble battles.
Fisher aimed a shot at that near post. But Platt. Here's Ethan Fisher. Back in towards Dylan Kelsall. Cut out again by Marcus Harrison. Kelsall. Fisher. Tries to deftly flick it across. Cut out again by the very resolute Greenbank defence, and 2-on-1 in favour of Greenbank. Rigby and Fisher not communicating as well as they'd hope.
This gives Greenbank a bit of time on the ball to think.
Greenbank kicking. So finely balanced, as so many games have this weekend. We've seen a lot of 0-0 games, a lot of games going late on without a winner. Aspire versus West Brom versus Greenbank this morning. The top teams so far showing that they're able to neutralise each other but not find a way round each other. Greenbank have the ball high up through Marcus Harrison.
Tries to squeeze it in the back post, but there's no gap.
Harrison, ball across. Fitzpatrick. Harrison. Rigby with a good dummy. 1-on-1 now with Jacob Platt. Greenbank very quickly back into their defensive shape though. One thing you would say is Liam Fitzpatrick for Greenbank has been very isolated up at the top of the court.
Leeds with a quick in.
Sam Rigby, Ethan Fisher, blocked by Harrison again.
Harrison's just always there to stop all of the passing.
Yeah, every time. So Lewis Harris coming forward to take this. Harris into Kelsall. Kelsall. Well done by Lewis Harris to get around Marcus Harris in a real battle between these two. Corner kick.
Might be a chance for Leeds right at the end of the half.
Fisher, another corner. And there's half time, so it ends Greenbank 0, Leeds 0. Nothing to separate the sides in that first period. We'll see if the second half springs up anything different. We'll be back shortly for the second half. See you then. Hello everybody and welcome back. So after a half-time interval, which was full of discussion from both sides, we are back underway. Ethan Fisher kicks us off for Leeds, who are unchanged and are moving the ball nicely there. One change for Greenbank, and it's the same change that they made in that earlier 0-0 draw with West Brom. They've replaced Liam Fitzpatrick with Luke Kelly. A vastly experienced player, Luke Kelly. Kelly. Into Quarup. Not the best pass. Harrison. Kelly, front bumper. Saved by Fisher. Dan Rigby comes in and defends.
Greenbank seems to be on top of this first half. In the second half, I mean. Start of the second half.
Yeah, they've come out with real intent.
Leeds can't quite get their passing going how they want.
Kelsall back to Fisher, who is now dribbling with Quarup, the Danish international. Ball across.
Ricochets back. Brilliant.
Harrison keeps the ball in play. Quarup.
Greenbank with a kicking high up.
Kicking for Leeds. Rigby tries to push it across. Harrison in there as a nuisance again. Fisher this time manages to get a big strike off.
Fisher comes out with the ball.
Yeah, he's done quite well there. Tries to find that gap. Well defended again by that central partnership of Quarup and Platt. Fired again. And another corner for Leeds. The pressure building. Not really sure what the delay is here.
There's another little bit of chair gliding in the box.
Kelsall strikes at goal. Saved by Platt. Well worked by Leeds, actually, that. Fisher. Saved again. Put Platts. Kelly.
Harrison's there again.
Of course he is. Flicks it wide. Harrison. Quarrick. Cut up by Rigby. Kick in for Greenbank. Harrison. Put Platts. Kelsall.
Rigby takes the ball up the pitch.
Another kick in for Greenbank, so game really just stop-start. Lots of kick-ins, lots of fouls, corners. No real flow to it. On Court B, Newcastle taking on Sevenoaks. They started a bit later than us. Well, here we go.
Must be chatting to about. I'm guessing they were here to keep trouble with their chairs.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that this has had to happen. There's literally just the referee's got 4 players in for a huddle and just said, right, stop it, because Marcus Harrison and Ethan Fisher in particular were just going at each other. Fisher. Rigby. Fisher back into Dan Rigby, who smashes it. Marcus Harrison blocks it up against the glass. Rigby to take this kick in. Kelsall, all across towards Fisher, back in towards Kelsall. What a pass that is from Dan Rigby. Kelsall doesn't quite get the connection. Kelsall again looks to fire it across. So much power when Leeds can pass the ball. It's so quick.
They've just not been given the space to do so this game.
Not at all. Kelsall, ball behind everyone. Fisher. Ethan Fisher up against Jacob Platt. Kelsall. Rigby. Ball goes out of play for Leeds kick in. Dan Rigby's going to take this kick. Rigby
goes for a shot. Maybe just get a corner there.
Yeah, I think that was the aim. I don't know where that else would have gone, because there was no way that Crowett was going to move off into the post. Marcus Harrison just needs to be repositioned in his chair. Dan Rigby to take this corner for Leeds. Off the front bumper of Ethan Fisher.
Trying to force it round. Can't quite get.
Contact. Well, there's big discussions about the contact here, given in favour of Greenbank in the end.
I think it was originally given to Leeds, but then
yeah, it was flipped over,
changed, which I think was definitely the right decision.
100%. Contact. Oh, I cannot believe if that's given against.
It was pretty much the same as the one just before. Same, pretty much.
But he's just back. It's a full. Ethan Fisher is fully reversed into Marcus Harrison. It's a bad decision, that, I think, if it goes through.
I think it was the same as the one before. But it's the ref's call.
Yeah, well, I think that's a poor call, but then again, it's been a very difficult game to referee. Marcus Harrison blocks it. This game, you can just feel it bubbling over, can't you? You can feel the intensity just rising. Here's Fisher. Kelsall across. Blocked by Book Platt.
There's no gap in their defence.
As Newcastle have stolen a late winner on Court B. The ball across from Rigby. Corner kick. The intensity building.
Leeds are really trying to get a goal here. Really trying to fire everything at the goal.
Dan Rigby. Lewis Harris. Well, now there are discussions going on. I mean, it's all kicking off. Now Dave Harrison on the Greenbank bench is getting a speaking to from our referee. It's just... he's not in for an easy day, is he? But then any referee, I think, that looked at their fixtures and saw this on the schedule would think, ooh, ball across, Rigby, Harris, Lewis Harris.
It's 2-1 because there was nowhere for Rigby to go there.
So it's in the Greenbank defensive third, 2-on-1, given in favour of Greenbank. 4 minutes remaining. Will we see a winner? I mean, you'd think there'll be some added time because there's been a lot of stoppages in this game.
I definitely think both teams will get probably one more good chance, maybe.
Fisher, Kelsall. There's a chance on the counter-attack. Kick in for Greenbank, who have really not been able to escape their own half for quite a while in this game. Yellow card for Marcus Harrison, who just drove Dylan Kelsall into the wall, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he was just trying to stop him from getting set, but
probably a deserved yellow card. I can't believe he's got this far into the game without getting one, to be honest. Very surprised. Jacob Buckplatt, Harrison. Contact against Marcus Harrison. Fisher. Contact foul against Ethan Fisher. 2.5 minutes remaining.
it's a very stop-starter game at the moment. Lots of fouls, lots of kick-ins.
Encroachment there, so the kick's going to be retaken. Marcus Harrison. A goal for either side here would, I think, send this place into absolute raptures. Contact against Dylan Kelsall. Jacob Buckplatt. Final minute of normal time. Ben, just get thinking. In a moment I'm going to ask who your player of the match is. Now, it's not been a huge amount of actual quality football on display, so it's a tough decision, but here's Marcus Harrison. Fires at the near post, blocked by Fisher. Kick in for Greenbank. Ben, player of the match?
Well, I'm actually I think I'm going to give it to Jacob, just because I think he's been really good at the back and he's prevented goals, and I just think his defending's been really good.
Fair enough, a good decision. It could go to a number of players in this game. It's One where there's not been anything to really separate any of the sides, any of the players. It's been very even. Quarup has the ball in the corner. Wins a kick in.
Greenbank really wants to nick one right at the end here.
Ball across to Luke Kelly, who scores! What a massive goal for Greenbank! Late on in this game, they've had no chances whatsoever, but Luke Kelly with a massive goal. Leeds switch off from a set piece. And the experienced guy who came on at half-time, he's hardly touched the ball in this second half, but he has just had the most decisive touch, potentially of the weekend for Greenbank. What an unbelievable moment. And they frustrated Leeds to no end in this game. And what a massive goal that could be in the season of Greenbank PFC, Ben.
Yeah, that was exactly what they wanted, a goal right at the end. And exactly what Leeds didn't want.
There's full time, so it ends Greenbank 1, Leeds 0. Frustration in the Leeds ranks palpable. What a massive win for Greenbank. Late drama. It's exactly what you want to see. Marcus Harrison played a brilliant game. Frustrating Leeds. And there we are. What a great spectacle that was. Intense. Closely contested to the very last. And Marcus Harrison's Greenbank side have the win. Fantastic from them. We'll be back for more Powerchair Football soon.